Hello there, and welcome back to Friend Donkey Plays Smackdown Universe Mode.
What is up?
Tell you what's up, Jose. Everyone's blood pressure backstage.
Yes, I was walking through backstage earlier and I didn't like it. I felt scared.
Yes.
Place is a tinderbox waiting to ignite.
After last week's kind of fallout and beatdowns and ambushes and everything, the war on Imperium has begun,
Certainly has.
and there was even fallout within Legacy as well.
Yes, we saw almost a complete split there. Um, as Cody left Randy to fend off two newcomers.
Yep, the debuting Bron Breakker and Damian Priest, which if you've not seen last week's episode, definitely go give it a watch. 'Cause there was,
Oh, definitely. It was an interesting week.
yeah. Speaking
But
of
so is
interesting
this week.
weeks, we've got main event Bianca Belair here.
But first, we've got Lita in action against another newcomer, Alba Fire.
The talent pool having been shaken up a little bit on SmackDown.
It's been steadily growing. We've had a lot of
New blood.
newcomers, but
Still stalwarts knocking around in Bailey.
yeah, and I'm unsure why Bailey is down here right now.
Well, she is the number one contender to Lita's Women's Championship.
That she is. Looks like she might just be coming down to maybe check out a competition. These two obviously will get it on at War Games for the title.
Yeah, maybe phrasing.
As Lita begins to start this match against Alba Fire.
You got to think it's a smart move from Bailey to scout out the competition here. She's only really had competition before from within her own stablemate, so she's not really needed to pay that much attention.
Asuka, but
yeah, true, but you know,
the Niffler.
SmackDown's Niffler. There's three things in life are certain, you know, death, taxes, and Asuka will always sniff championship gold.
But no, scouting is definitely wise, and
I mean, even just scouting out the new blood as well in Alba Fire.
Certainly, if Bailey is to win the championship at War Games, she's got to be prepared for any and all competition.
You got to think as well, she's heard what Alba Fire did for Mick Foley during GM mode, just running around injuring all the talent with her baseball bat.
I think she injured herself at one point.
She tripped and fell on the baseball bat.
She got tennis elbow.
So how did it get stuck up there? Never you mind.
I slipped and fell. See, Alba Fire
lock in the submission.
Well against the women's champ,
who we can only see from the waist up.
As the ref's hands maybe should do less wandering. Awfully close to a HR meeting there.
Hey, he's clearly still reeling off the brutal assault from Julius Creed last week.
Yes, the levelling that took place. It's Lita perhaps a little
shaken but not stirred.
Yeah, by Bailey's sort of presence here, and Bailey now.
Camera's cut. I thought the fucking Undertaker had showed up.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the lightning. As that's not yours, Bailey, not yet.
Well, she's off with it anyway.
Seems to be prematurely taking that belt, and Lita definitely not going to let that happen.
Clearly, she's not happy that a legend has just rocked up and taken the championship belt.
Oh, but she should know better than to take her eyes off the person in the ring.
Fire seizing an opportunity, though.
Well, definitely. Strong right hand.
Damage in on the champion.
Certainly interesting mind games being played by Bailey there. Obviously quite confident in her abilities to maybe take the title at War Games, and thought she might as well take it early.
She did fend off the rest of the women's division to get that title shot.
Very true. She is a multiple-time women's champion and has always come through, regardless of the speed bumps in her way. So you can only think that Lita's just another name on a list to her at this point.
And I think Fire looking to get her name in contention for that as well, having not been part of that Rumble, being part of the Battle Royale for the #1 contendership.
Yes.
Looking to make a name for herself, and almost with a modified moonsault off the top there.
Looking good here. Lita going to kick out.
Very close to a 3 count there from Alba Fire.
We can't count out Lita. She's a legend for a reason.
A Hall of Famer.
Observed Hall of Famer. There's Alba Fire. Looks to be showboating here.
She can back it up though, that's the thing.
Certainly a very good performance by Alba Fire. She didn't even have to bring her baseball bat.
Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
Yeah, the baseball bat you see in her photos was originally the normal colour. It's gone red from all the attacks.
Still stained with the blood of Mick Foley's NXT.
Yeah. Oh, those poor Mick Foley's NXT. It was hardcore. Couple of translucent children in the front row.
They're Lita's TLCs.
Oh, the Lita TLC. Alba Fire looking good here, but a very
immediately spiked.
Beautiful picture perfect. As Lita looks to gain back some momentum. Bayley gone now. I think Lita can start to focus back on the match, but it's probably still sitting in the back of her mind that Bayley could come back down at any point. There's nothing to stop her.
The championship just laid out on the left there as Lita looks for the moonsault off the top, and we've got to think the Lita salt
into the Lita pin, and that is going to be enough.
And that's the Lita win.
The Lita win. Lita pin to the Lita win. A good showing by Alba Fire there. And very good debut.
Mind game assist from Bayley there, you know. Pay it forward.
Definitely getting in the head of Lita, but not enough to derail her.
Speaking of getting in people's heads.
Yeah, we have Cody Rhodes taking on Sami Zayn.
We haven't seen Sami in quite a while either.
No. Nice to see him back on the roster. And taking on the Intercontinental Champion. A nice little exhibition. Cody obviously missed his fight last week after he walked out of it. And I think the GM kind of had a word and said, look, if the crowd are expecting to see you, you've sort of got to do the match. So,
I mean, it's been quite a while we've seen Cody in pure singles action as well.
That is very true. Sort of took a bit of a break to maybe help his old mentor out of his losing streak, but I think he might have just made an enemy.
When we saw how pissed off Randy got last week as he nearly went for the punt on the new talent.
Hitting 2 RKOs and almost a punt. He was enraged.
But the numbers game eventually caught up with him.
Indeed, and now we see Sami Zayn.
Looking to get back to some winning ways. And you've got to think some momentum against Cody here could be good.
He's been another solid competitor all season.
Immediate suplex.
He's been in title conversations, but he's just not been in the not been all there.
Yeah, the conversation is usually, why isn't Sami getting a title shot?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
As he looks for the Koji clutch straight away.
He started out strong here.
Cody having none of it.
Cody maybe not taking him fully serious.
You got to think this would be a bit of modicum revenge from Sami Zayn after what Cody did to Kevin Owens, laying him out and putting him in the hospital with an injury. We don't know how long.
Well, still out as of today. We've not heard any real update since we found out.
Since that fateful day.
That one day in the summer.
in a parking lot brawl.
It was a rather brutal fight, and obviously Sammy and Kevin, known friends.
Yep. As we've seen that
lovely
vicious
move.
edge to Cody Rhodes.
Yes, yeah, he's very much out for himself, and I think it's not the best attitude to have, but it has come with success.
Yep, he's got that gold around his waist, and will do anything he can to hang on to it.
Certainly will, and it's I mean, it's the gold that matters. As he goes for a modified pile driver on the outside there.
Just looking to dish out the punishment. The ref's up
And
to an 8 count.
8. Both men make it back inside. Sammy straight back at the offensive. Kick out by Randy there. Rhodes, rather, sorry. I love that sign in the background with his torn pec. Bit of a vertebrae by Cody, going for the cover.
That's all she wrote.
Enough to put Sammy away. A solid victory for Cody Rhodes there. Taking his belt. Looking strong, and speaking of strong, Randy may be out here for some revenge after last week.
As he thinks about it, he's clearly pissed off. Clobbers Cody.
I think if there was any doubt before, that's definitely sealed the fact that Legacy is once again over.
That was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, Orton
turning his back on Cody just as much as Cody turned his back on him.
Indeed. It looks like something's happened. There we go. Bit of a tag match here. Some more Imperium versus the Locker Room. So we see,
rather than kind of have to do blindside attacks, Imperium have just called out a couple of the people who are not happy with them.
Indeed.
One of whom is Angelo Dawkins.
And the other, AJ Styles.
He's a fan of it of Common Ground.
Yeah, interesting breaking up the Street Profits. But again, they're breaking up Imperium as well, so it's not a full Imperium.
I suppose it's Styles looking to, say he's a bit of a locker room leader as well. In the war on Imperium.
Very much has been the rallying cry on this one, and
looking to lead from the front.
Well, it's a noble thing to do, and we have seen AJ and Gunther go at it in the past.
Giggity.
If there's any two men on the locker room that know each other well, it's these two.
And interestingly, we have not seen the combination of Gunther with Ludwig Kaiser before. We've seen them all in singles action. We've seen Kaiser team with Vinci. We have never seen what Kaiser and Imperium or Kaiser and Gunther can do together as a tag unit.
Not coming out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
announcing.
Is highly. What you're about to witness is dignified deformation executed by unprecedented precision.
Now, what is he doing?
A diabolical athlete.
Clearly, the mind games.
Indeed. Big old talk.
Talk about a hype man.
Indeed. Maybe just get to the point. Well,
that's not an announcement.
I feel like he was hiding in the shadows the whole time. Now this is an entrance.
We wanted to know what these two could do together as he scowls at Kaiser almost to say, "You fucking lose again."
Yeah. I mean, that was quite a bit of pageantry there.
May as well, I'd say they roll out the red carpet, but they appear to be wearing it.
Yeah, I was going to say they've got no material left after making that coat.
And to sort of add to the pageantry, they're both coming down wearing their belts.
Indeed, yep. Obviously, Ludwig Kaiser won half of the tag team champs, and Gunther, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And what an imposing force they do make.
We've seen them in full unity before, but even just the pair of them.
Something just quiets you down, doesn't it?
Really does.
It really, you got to pay your respects.
Well, an interesting tag dynamic. Wasn't expecting there to be that much announcement.
Indeed, really. I guess after the beating last week that Imperium suffered, losing all of their matches, they sort of wanted to remind
Reassert their
everyone.
dominance even on the mic.
Yeah, remind everyone who they're dealing with. So, Angelo Dawkins seems to say, to hell with that, I'm just going to punch you in the face.
We've seen Dawkins and Vinci have had a little bit of a tete-a-tete in the past, but we've never really seen Dawkins and Kaiser, little flourishes of it here and there.
Yeah, not much outside of the tag scene. But Dawkins and with his partner Montez, some of the only people to actually get the job done with regards to a tag match against Imperium.
You got to think that's why AJ's probably gone to them to help fight their case a little bit.
Indeed, there's a war coming. There's AJ with a lovely gut breaker there. Not enough yet. Now, how do you reckon Dawkins and AJ will operate as a team here?
Well, they seem to have found the common ground in the war on Imperium, as AJ just yeets Gunther outside of the ring. Straight back into it, bringing Styles down to the mat.
Yeah, indeed. Gunther and AJ, they've had their battles in the past. And, heavy knee. You've got to
You
think
talk of rivals, you got Rock and Austin, Hogan and Andre, Gunther and AJ.
Yep.
That's the same.
Yeah, it's entirely the same, especially AJ now. Ludwig Kaiser not looking to see that spin now that we've always talked about.
A little too early.
Not looking too strong so far.
Gunther not helping Kaiser. But he
Bit
clearly
of,
doesn't
tough
need it,
love
as he
there.
can just twirl out of it.
Yeah. Perform the Kaiser Rooney.
Kaiser Rooney.
Oh, went for a cheap shot on Dawkins and paid for it. As Chris decides to pause the game. Pause reality. Kaiser now trapped in the AJ and Dawkins corner.
Styles looks to roll through for the calf killer, but he's too close to the ropes. Gunther having none of it though.
Gunther showing why he is the ring general.
Still amazingly managed to get the tag there. Ref sort of got in the way, but the big man Dawkins could be the decider, the difference maker with Gunther over there. But still, the athleticism.
Flying Mack truck hitting you. Dawkins not a small man by any means, just throwing caution to the wind there. Ludwig Kaiser getting the best of him in that exchange.
Styles having none of that.
No, Kaiser not kind of telegraphing those cheap shots, I think.
Yeah, just moseying on over to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch you now. Maybe a little too hyped up after that announcement, believing his own hype here.
He hyped up the ring general, not himself, as Dawkins looks for the powerbomb. Kaiser got it scouted.
Reversal. Dawkins gonna try and prevent the tag, doesn't get there in time. And now we're gonna see this matchup.
Something we have not seen before.
No. Gunther's had trouble with big men in the past.
Hence Bar Rock.
Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
Big strong
That was
boys.
it. Well, he unfortunately crushed Tyler Bate in their first match. But
Well, lest we forget Bate not taking it lying down. He did come out swinging last week to the point where they had to be pulled apart from each other.
oh, most certainly, Bate is not done with Gunther. There's AJ with a nice kick to the back of the head.
Neither is Styles by the looks of it. Almost
No.
the locker room either.
Yes, the Imperium may be riding high, but they have very little in the way of allies backstage.
Yeah, they've never really needed allies before, have they? They sought out work experience from Dragunov. That's AJ with reversing ET.
And we saw how well that worked out for Dragunov.
Yep.
Goes for the cover here.
Ended up in the hospital.
With the kick out. Oh, AJ with a strong forearm there.
Styles showboating. You know, there's one thing you can't afford to do. It's be showboating against the ring general.
Letting him get those breathers is not a smart move. As AJ looks for the phenomenal forearm. No, thinks differently of it. And you see the amount of reversals these two have with each other. They very much know
Each other's moveset inside and out. Yeah.
Dawkins now back in.
Looking to put the hurt in on Gunther.
Missing the kick, not getting all of that, and Gunther now just a sheer display of power.
Big old suplex.
Goes for that. Goes for the submission now. Dawkins a long way from his corner.
I think his legs could just hit the ropes there, but
AJ making the save. Gunther's not happy about it. Thought about going after Styles.
In the ring, out the ring.
It's been a back and forth contest here. Ludwig Kaiser maybe perhaps missing. Oh, huge power slam. Perhaps missing his partner Vinci here.
You got to think that it's a solid substitution. To have Gunther.
It's a solid substitution, but perhaps the pressure of having to perform alongside the ring general is perhaps clouding Ludwig Kaiser's judgment.
It is one thing having him in your corner just watching on intently. It's a very different thing than expected to perform in unison.
Indeed.
Giggity.
One wrong move, it could be a
trip to the hospital.
bit of a disaster. Yes, given how Gunther has reacted in recent weeks to people failing him.
But it appears the powerbomb.
Straight into the pin. AJ gonna break up the cover there.
Showing that he has Dawkins' back.
See,
Gunther just breaking reality on the ropes there.
Yeah. Saying goodbye to AJ Styles, and now Kaiser in. Possibly pick up the victory here. Styles still out on the outside. And there it is, Imperium with a win. Rather emphatic win there.
Very much so.
Bit of a retaliation for last week.
You kind of think a bit of a return to form as well as
They look into each other's eyes lovingly.
Lady and the Tramp over it.
Oh, lost in Gunther's eyes. Lost in that.
A very good match. Gunther
was.
in tag action as well.
But now here's a match.
Weeks
As our
in the
morning
making.
Show hosts. Yeah, Dana Brooke obviously winning the number one contenders tournament for the Liberty Championship over the past few weeks, fighting off some pretty big competition.
Earning her way into that spot as well.
Indeed, and we've seen a weird sort of connection. The Chad Gable and Dana Brooke.
Clearly Chad sees something he likes.
Yeah. Chad and Dana in the morning.
Looking to bring a bit of gold to their daytime TV couch.
Indeed. Dana on, as we said, quite a winning streak. Can she continue it here tonight against this woman?
And we've seen Dana on a run of form. We've seen her get to these situations before and sort of fall at the final hurdle, but this time she's got her lucky charm, the Chad Gable, along with her.
The Chad Gable.
Belair, on the other hand, has her own lucky charm in the form of the Liberty Championship.
Yep, has not let go of that belt ever since arriving on SmackDown.
Has defended it
Quite
on
consistently.
many an occasion, and vehemently against Shayna Baszler.
Indeed. I think we've seen 3 or 4 defences of that Liberty title. Well, this may be the 4th.
This could be the making of Dana Brooke this evening.
Certainly a win here, it would be huge. I would say it's an upset currently, but Dana's been known to cause upsets.
As long as she doesn't upset Chad. The nation
Chad
can't
Gable.
handle it.
Yeah, we can't break up the morning show.
Introducing the
Yeah,
challenger.
Liberty title there. We've seen Belair in main event title matches before, and they are always pretty spectacular.
She can pull it out of the bag when it matters.
Yes, yeah. I mean, let's not forget, you mentioned it earlier, the sort of 2-match clinic that she had with Shayna Baszler.
Mm.
That was an incredible match. Ooh, strong right hand.
Brooke backing it up.
Brooke now. We've not seen a lot of Brooke in action up until recently. She was always sort of in the background, turning up to the big events.
Hanging up the numbers, some people said, but you know, she's been there, she's been consistent, and she's really capitalising on these opportunities now.
Indeed, and
Back in title contention.
this new partnership with the Chad Gable seems to be the catalyst.
Sometimes it's just about having someone backing you up.
Yeah, perhaps she's been taking some lessons from Chad, obviously a very accomplished wrestler in his own right.
I mean, for all we know, Chad's just out here looking to see what it takes to be a woman.
He could be lost.
Yeah.
It is a possibility that he's lost and he's just following Dana in the hopes that he gets home sometimes.
Yep.
But it also could be that Dana's dressed like a minion and Chad really liked that film. So
With Chad, who knows?
we don't know.
For all we know, like, Chad could think this is a triple threat match and this is how those are done.
Yeah, he's just
I just
thanking
stand on the
lucky stars.
outside.
They haven't noticed him yet.
Yeah.
Just sweep in and take the pin once it gets to the point.
I'm half expecting to see Chad on the commentary team.
Just sitting down, picking up a mic. Well, he's used to it now, thanks to his morning show.
Yeah.
Chad and Dana.
He just gets on commentary and goes, shush.
Yeah, shush. Thank
Dana,
you.
flexing those muscles, but turning your back on Belair, unwise.
Belair has been... Well, it's been all Belair so
Oh,
far.
and there go the
Dana.
implants.
The big old pop. Dana just getting the shoulder up. She's struggling here against Belair.
You've done well to get to this point, but you know it's a very different kettle of fish when you're actually in the title match. But Brooke with it scouted.
Beautiful.
Now's not the time to be flexing, Dana. Have you learned nothing?
No. Oh, she was ready with the reversal. And now looks to go on the offense with her patented this.
The Dana Rooney.
Dana Rooney, there it is. Dana Rooney. And a strong right hand to Belair. Looks to be turning the tide now. Perhaps building some momentum of her own.
The big slam.
Looking for the pin.
Oh, came
Not
very
enough to put
close.
Belair away.
Couple of
Was
two
close
counts.
to 2 count.
Yeah.
They're going to go up to the top rope.
Sometimes you've got to take a high risk, but Belair having none of it. Brooke just throws herself down
Sending.
anyway.
Yeah.
Save me, Chad!
Catch me!
Catch me!
The Chad Gable did not catch her. But Dana sure caught Belair there.
Belair showing her how it's done.
Indeed, Belair looking very strong. Just a very strong champion here.
And
And
let's
also,
forget as well
that
that there's champion's advantage. But
Indeed,
needs
a
to get the
count-
pinfall or submission within the ropes.
Count out cannot win the belt here for Dana. She knows that. Showboating again. Perhaps not the time, but avoids the shoulder tackle.
Bringing her down to the mat.
Indeed. A match of two halves, it would seem. Very much Belair in the beginning, and Dana now looking to take control.
She's obviously working on her stamina with the Chad Gable.
The Chad Gable.
I don't know what they do on their morning TV show, but clearly
Well,
it's working.
Discussions about whatever Chad has seen that morning.
It's a show about Chad Gable and Dana Brooke, and they fuck.
And it's in the morning.
And it's in the morning. Notice me, Chad. Notice me.
This will certainly help.
Big
Chad
slam
to
there.
notice.
Can she hook the leg?
Needs to get it away from the ropes. There we go. She's done it.
Great
Dana.
ring
You've got
awareness there from the upstart. Can Dana follow through? Has she left it too long?
it. She wasted too much time. Yep.
Another very close 2 count. Yes, Dana, you're very strong. We get it.
Wasted a lot of time not going for that cover. You've got to think that she had that. Had she covered immediately?
She's getting caught up in the moment.
Perhaps being too cautious, I think.
Again, thinking about high-risk maneuver. It didn't pay off before, but she's going for the outside and it's failed again.
Oh, that could be very costly. Belair is not the person to let that go unnoticed.
It's the story of Dana Brooke's career, so near yet so far.
Indeed. It was almost a... I mean, let's not count her out yet. The match is still going. This isn't over yet.
4 count by the ref.
Dana makes it back into the room, into the waiting arms of Belair, who just runs into her.
Just crucially allowed Belair to get some breathing room. And off the rope.
Give Belair an inch and she'll take a mile. She looks to end it here.
And that's
And
enough.
She does. That is enough to take out Brooke. Brooke possibly still feeling the effects of that missed crossbody to the outside. A strong showing by Brooke here. We see some great highlights now.
Strong showing all round this evening, as still
Indeed.
your Liberty champion is Bianca Belair.
Speaking of strong showings, I've just
Yep.
received an email from the GM,
Oh,
and it has been made official that at War Games we will be having an Imperium versus the Locker Room match.
and War Games!
War Games!
War Games! We just need William
So,
Regal coming and screaming it now.
Yeah. So it will be all 3 members of Imperium versus a yet to be decided upon team. We know AJ will be there, but he has yet to pick the rest of his team. And obviously Imperium will need a 4th member.
Indeed.
So we look forward to updates from that. So tune in next week, definitely.
There's some talent scouting to be done. We've seen AJ knocking around, but certainly look forward to that War Games as we head towards it.
Indeed.
Catch you next week.
Bye.